The Pittsburgh Steelers 2024 NFL schedule has been leaked. So, the 2024 schedule in full officially will be released around 8 p.m. Eastern Time for both the Steelers and the entire NFL. But so far, we know bits and pieces based off leaks that have happened and announcements from reporters, insiders of when the Pittsburgh Steelers will be playing certain games. So almost their entire schedule has been leaked so far. So this is everything we know, what weeks, what teams, what days, and the timing. But first, before we get into the leaks, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Also, like the video. Now, let's get right back into it. I'm not going to explain each game in between, like the storyline and everything. I'll leave that for the end of the video, so I'll just get right into it and go week by week in order to get it done quickly, and then I'll talk about each game afterwards. So starting off week 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers will be facing the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday on the road. This is September 8th, and they're opening the season on the road once again. So moving over to week 2. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be at Denver Broncos. So once again, a road game, Sunday, September 15th. And this was reported by 93.7 The Fan. Moving over to week 3 now. This will actually be the Pittsburgh Steelers home opener. It will be the Steelers versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Sunday, September 22nd. And this was reported by Alex Amster. Moving over to week 4 now. The Pittsburgh Steelers will be at Indianapolis Colts. So this is 3 road games in the first 4 games. This will take place on Sunday, September 29th. To be determined is the time. And this is reported by 93.7 The Fan once again. Moving over now to the Pittsburgh Steelers week 5 game. It will be Steelers versus the Dallas Cowboys. The Steelers will be at home Sunday, October 6th, and this will actually be Sunday Night Football at 8:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and this was reported by Zachary Smith of Steelers Now. Moving over to week 6, the Steelers will be on the road once again versus the Las Vegas Raiders, Sunday, October 13th. Time is to be determined, and this was once again reported by 93.7 The Fan. So, week 7 now. Steelers will be facing the New York Jets. Sunday, October 20th at 8:25 p.m. Eastern Time. So this means it's a Sunday Night Football game, and the Pittsburgh Steelers will actually be at home. So, moving over to week 9 now. This is apparently the Pittsburgh Steelers bye week, meaning they're not facing any team. This is their week off and week of rest. And this was reported by Zachary Smith of Steelers Now. Now, back to football. The bye week is done. Week 10, the Steelers return to action against the Washington Commanders. This will be a road game, Sunday, November 10th, and this was reported by 93.7 The Fan. Moving over to week 11, so far there is no leaks on that. There's no reporter that came out and said what the game will be week 11. So right now, that's just a blank spot, and it has to be filled in later when the official schedule comes out or when a leak comes out. But we don't know that so far. Moving over to week 12 now. Steelers will be facing the Cleveland Browns. Another road game, and this will be Thursday Night Football. This will be November 21st. At 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, reported by 93.7 The Fan. Moving over to week 13, we don't know this game as well. No leaks have come out, so we're going to have to wait until the official schedule comes out for this game as well. But moving over to week 14, it'll be the Steelers versus the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers are at home December 8th, and this was reported by Zachary Smith. Now, week 15, the Steelers at Philadelphia Eagles. On the road, Sunday, December 15th, and once again, reported by Zachary Smith of Steelers Now. Moving over to week 16, it will be the Steelers on the road against the Baltimore Ravens, Sunday, December 21st, and this was reported by 93.7 The Fan. Also, quick turnaround, because the Steelers will be facing the Kansas City Chiefs Wednesday, December 25th. On Christmas Day, the Steelers will be at home versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and this was reported by Bleacher Report, Jordan Schultz. So the Steelers, this is a very quick turnaround, playing on Wednesday, not Thursday, Wednesday, on Christmas Day, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have not played on Christmas for a while, so they finally get this game, and hopefully they show out. And that's the schedule leak. Week 18, we don't know who the Steelers are facing, so that's the last reported game, last leaked game that we know so far. So that's the end of it, but let me just recap it now and actually explain most of the ones, or at least the ones that are important. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, many people thought they would either open the season against the Atlanta Falcons or open the season against the Denver Broncos. The reason for being the Denver Broncos is obviously the Russell Wilson situation, where he was kind of benched towards the end of last season by Sean Payton and the Broncos because of his contract situation. They had a dispute. He ended up getting released by the team, and that's why he signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason for the veteran minimum. So that's a great storyline there, him returning to face the Broncos week 1. But no, they decided to go with the Arthur Smith storyline instead of week 1, because as we know, Arthur Smith is the offense coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And where was he last season? He was with Atlanta Falcons and their head coach / offense coordinator. So he was running the show there, but he got fired from them, and now he ended up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's the week 1 storyline. And Arthur Smith, that's the storyline week 1, but then they did a quick rebound because it's a great storyline week 2. They're facing the Denver Broncos week 2. So that's a bounce back and 2 back-to-back storylines to start off the season. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's how it is. Now, moving over to the Thursday night football games, for example. The Steelers got a break this year because they only have one Thursday night game. We know that teams dread it. They don't like the quick turnarounds. They don't like having limited rest time, and injuries happen more on short weeks. But the Pittsburgh Steelers only have one, so that's a great thing for them. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, Sunday night games, I think they have 2, unless I'm counting incorrectly. We still don't know the other games. Like I said, the whole schedule wasn't leaked. Most of them was, though. But I believe it was 2 Sunday night football games that the Pittsburgh Steelers had. And they had 1 Monday night football game, which was the New York Giants in week 8. So the Pittsburgh Steelers have some prime time games. But they also have the prime time game, especially on Christmas Day. So the Pittsburgh Steelers haven't faced on Christmas Day, I believe, since they faced the DeAndre Hopkins-led Houston Texans years ago, and the great memory of Vince Williams kind of lying down on the field and celebrating with the Texans after the Steelers were blowing them out, and for some reason the Texans were celebrating a touchdown, down like 20 points, so Vince Williams kind of interrupted their celebration. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they have some home opponents, and let me just go through them really quickly. Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, of course, Cleveland Browns, of course, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Chargers, Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, New York Jets. Those are all their home games. Away games obviously being Baltimore Ravens, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns, but also Denver Broncos, Raiders, Philadelphia Eagles, Commanders, Falcons, and Colts. And that's the recap of it. And that's the storylines of the game. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is their 2024 NFL schedule leaked, and everything we know based off their reports. Most of these leaks have come from 2 sources. So we're going to have to wait and see if these sources are actually true. Hopefully they are. Hopefully this isn't just a messed up schedule and false news, but I believe it's going to be true. But obviously we're going to have to wait until 8 p.m. Eastern time when it officially comes out per the NFL. And I'll be making a video about it officially coming out and confirming these and just basically going through the schedule in depth more later today. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is what we know so far, and this is their 2024 NFL schedule. So with that being said, Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on the schedule and the leaks that we know so far. Do you like the matchups per week? Do you believe the Steelers have an easy schedule, a tough schedule? And also, how do you feel about their primetime games? Do you believe they should have had more? Do you believe they had too much, or is it just regular? And also, if you want, let me know your score predictions, not the score predictions, but the Steelers record that you believe they'll have this season based off the matchups they have per week and just things of that nature, just predictions. So, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule leak. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, rumors, leaks, highlights, reaction videos, training camp, everything like that. I have covered everything Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason. Every new player we signed, every new player we got, their introduction is on the channel. So go ahead and check it out if you want to, what they could bring to the team and just their history and everything like that. I'll continue doing so if we get more players. And also, I'll continue covering Pittsburgh Steelers through the season as well. So with that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.